number of hours of availability, of course it will be downgraded over a period of time, usually a period of 30 to 90 days. That's the period within which they observe to see if, because for instance, you cannot take that decision within a 30 days period. So if, say, in 2 days you're getting 3 hours, 4 hours, as against say 16 hours, let's say you're a band B customer, if they now look at it maybe like the 5th or 4th day in the month, that has peaked, or you've gotten above what you should have gotten, meaning that they have made up for the shortage, the shortfall for the 2 days you didn't get up to that. So they'll also now look at it cumulatively at the end of the month and look at the average that you have gotten. So that means that if you didn't get it, say for 5 days, 3 days, is not enough reason for you to be downgraded. However, I haven't observed it for that period of time. If there's a need and that availability has not been met, it will be downgraded.
So is it good to downgrade me without my notification? Is it good to downgrade me from band B to band C without telling me?
Okay, so what we do from time to time is to keep our customers informed. Like you very well know, Victor, if you're very familiar with the activities of Ikeja Electric, you know that we're very heavy on engagement. If there's anything we do, we do customer engagement. I can tell you that just last week, Tuesday, we had over 300 customers logged into our virtual stakeholders engagement that I announced on Monday on this program. Right. So that's to tell you that at every given time, we're talking to our customers, we're talking to them, we're giving them information. And that's to tell you that even at the CDA levels, WhatsApp platforms, we are giving information. If you go to our social media platform, we're also giving information. We've also made this easy. So if a customer wants to know, say for instance, you've observed that, okay, you're a band B customer and you're not getting the 16 hours that you've been promised, right? Okay, and you've seen that this is happening over, say, a month or two. It's very easy. You just go to our website and check whether your band has been downgraded. You just go to www.ikejaelectric.com. When you get there, you click on customer service, customer feeder information, customer verification. You impute whether you're a prepaid customer or a postpaid customer. You impute the information and then you get to know what band you are. We've made that easy. Just last week, Wednesday, I was somewhere in Agboike too, and the customer was telling me that in where he lives, they pay money to somebody. So what if the person is now asking them to pay money when they have even downgraded them? So let's say other tenants do not know that they've been downgraded, just like you're asking, Victor. Right. And the person is still collecting money for a band B feeder or even a band A feeder. I said, but this is very easy to know. Just in the comfort of your room, just impute your meter number or postpaid number, and it will tell you what band you are. That way you can take it up with whoever you're paying to say, okay, we've been downgraded. How come you're still asking for this kind of money? And so right there, even in that meeting, we made sure that people used it so that you know that these things actually work. So yes, that's what we're saying. You can get to know at every given time.
All right, let's talk about some of the things that consumers should know as someone who is under the Ikeja Electric platform. So what are the basic information that I should have at every point in time that will make me empowered as somebody making use of your services?
Okay. Thank you very much, Victor. Yes, we do have a lot of things that customers should know, should do, that would help both parties, both the service provider and, of course, the customer. So for starters, there's also a need for us to continue to remind our customers that the use of formal means of lodging complaint should be something that they should take seriously. This is because, you see, over time, customers have relied on other means. Like I told my friend, I called an electrician on my street. These activities has proven to affect even the service that we deliver to our customers. I give an example. When people call people in their neighborhood to come fix their transformer to them or to do something that they could have reported, they could now tamper with the transformer. We have seen communities who have been out of supply for something as simple as if they had just escalated, if they had just lodged a complaint. There was even a community that went as far as repairing the transformer on their own without reporting, and this is totally wrong. And for some other cases, we have seen where transformers have gone bad because the services of quacks have been, sought for, and that is why we're saying use the formal means to lodge your complaint.
Yeah, but people are saying with this formal means that the response doesn't come on time.
It does, because you see the way the formal means works is that they have what we call turnaround time on when every complaint must be closed out. And when you lodge that complaint, Victor, say for instance, I am supposed to act on it, okay? When you do it formally, it means that everybody, including my line report, including all other parties that must act on it, it will be flagged on their dashboard. So what that means is that I'm not the only one saying it. My HOD, for instance, will be saying it. People below will be saying it. Subordinates will be saying it. Everyone is saying it. And it means that there's a period within which I must close out on that complaint.
I wanted to give me scenarios now. So how soon do you guys respond? Okay,
so there are different TAT for different types of complaints. There's some that are 3 hours, some 24 hours, some 48, depending on the nature of the complaint. So what I'm saying is that when you use this means, you will get something called an SR number. And also for people who feel that, okay, they feel aggrieved, this complaint has not been resolved, they want to take it up. You need to, even if you're going to NEC, for instance, you need to show that you have lodge the complaint to the service provider. You need to show that you have either written a letter, you have put a phone call through, you have sent an email, you have visited there physically. All of these will be asked before you take a problem to NEC.
Let me give you a clinical scenario. So, for instance, there is power. You guys restore power or power, so you bring the light, and then you find out that in a particular flat or apartment, the light has tripped off, and he now sends a message to your people. You know, the power supply is very epileptic these days, or let me just say it's not very, very constant as the way it should be. Now, you send a message, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, no response. There's light for 6 hours, it now finally goes out. And so by the time the power goes out, your people will not be there. So let's assume you have to wait another day before the light is restored, and then they will now have to come over to check if that thing is working. So in that kind of instance, don't you think people will lose faith in that kind of a complaint channel?
Okay, so what I always advise customers to do is, okay, so you just painted a scenario of something goes out. This is a very common scenario all the time. Maybe your meter is not supplying energy into the house, or something related to that. You still have to go through the process. So what are the processes? For instance, let's say it happens on a Friday, okay? Close of business. People still work overtime. They work on weekends. They work on Sundays. So if you escalate, that sometimes that maybe escalation has not gotten to the person that it should, maybe as a result of the weekend or a public holiday, something related to that. However, be sure that it will still be noted. Some people use their CDA groups to escalate on WhatsApp platforms where the technical people are. So you have like a one-on-one interaction with our people, even if you're not using, say, a phone call, an email, or a walk-in. So, for instance, you cannot walk in on a weekend, right? Because we're not working on the weekend, right? When I mean weekend, customer service is not open to customers on the weekend.
Right.
So not like the technical people are not working, they are. But then you have other means, like you already have the number or information of the technical people in your location, or that of the undertaking manager, or the WhatsApp group where you belong. Please escalate on those platforms. We see this all the time. You have to belong somewhere. There has to be a means through which, maybe like an estate group where you have the technical people on those platforms. Please escalate there. You can also go to our social media platform, which is on 24 hours. Go there to our DM and put all the details, like I always say, location, landmark, phone number, how they can reach you. Give all the details that you know that is relevant on how you can be helped, and it will be escalated. If you go to X, for instance, and you type at Ikeja Electric, go to our DM, somebody will escalate to the unit in charge. If you go to Instagram, you still type at Ikeja Electric, it's still the same process. You go to Facebook, you type at Ikeja Electric, put all the details, and you can escalate, even if it's on the weekend. There's also a very interesting app, Victor, which we have, which enables customers to even track these complaints. So say for instance, so it's called the Single View app. So when you go to www.ikejaelectric.com /single view, another easy way to remember this website, like I tell people, you don't have to memorize it, is when you go to Google, just type Ikeja Electric Single View, and it will take you there. How does it work? This web portal enables you to sign in, just like you have, the banks have mobile apps where you don't have to physically visit the bank to get a problem solved. So with this, the single view acts the same way. And just like the name says, single view means that at a single glance, you can see everything that is happening in your account, whether you're a prepaid or a postpaid customer. And Victor, the beauty of this app is that you can register, say you're a landlord, for example, and you have more than 10 or 15 houses, you can upload all of those information on this web portal to enable you even monitor how your tenants are doing in terms of their payment, because some landlords want to know whether their tenants are paying. That way they don't leave debt when they are leaving the apartment. So you can monitor. You can also track a complaint that you have lodged. So if you have an SR number for last week, let's say you complain that your meter is not supplying the house, okay? You can click on that SR and you will see the response that whoever has acted on it. So if they have closed it, they'll put the reason why they have closed that SR. So it's very easy to use. Just sign up, put all the information that you require, and then you're up. You can see everything happening at a glance.
All right, then, so Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. If you've made use of the Ikeja Electric Single View, let me know. You can share that experience with us. How was it? How accessible is it? And we're able to get all the response that you required from that single view. All right, these are some of the things that you should know as a customer. Let's reflect on some other things as well. Halimah, for instance, I want to get a meter, or perhaps I want to do some loading on the meter, put some credits on it. How do I access this kind of information?
Okay, so if it's a customer that wants to get meter, so for now we have said that, okay, payment for meter and sending out meter, issuance of payment code for meter is on hold, of course, until new price is announced or we have new updates on that. We're going to share that with our customers. So for that is on hold. However, the site on the part of Ikeja Electric is up. So you can still go to KYC, smartkyc.ikejaelectric.com to put in your information and register. So there's also there's the option of whether you want to open the account for metering, or you want to open the account as a postpaid customer and you want it active immediately. That option is available. You can do that, put that on hold pending when the metering, the price of the meter will be announced. Now, having said that, also you're talking about if you're having difficulty loading. So you can also use our web portal to do this loading aside from using your agent. A lot of customers are already using Quick Teller to pay. A lot of them are using the ie-payments.ikejaelectric.com to pay. All of these platforms are available. So when you go to our website www.ikejaelectric.com and you click on payments, there's online payment option. So you just go there and click. If you're a prepaid customer, you impute your prepaid, your meter number. If you're a postpaid customer, you impute the postpaid account number, and of course you can pay. That process is easy and straightforward. So that's something you can do over the weekend. Let's say you don't want to walk into our office or use your agent to pay, and it will generate your for prepaid customers, that is, it will generate your token. It will come to you via email. It will also come to you via SMS. So all the information that you have put, like your email and your phone number, those are the channels through which it will be delivered to you, and then you can go ahead and load. Easy as that. Yes, and also it's important to state that Victor, just last week I was at a customer engagement, and the chairman of the community was saying to me that, oh, there's so much illegality happening. Your people are this, your people are that. Right. They're unprofessional. Some of them ask us for money. They do all of these things. The only way you can help Ikeja Electric, of course, rid the business of all of these kind of practices is to report. And the business has taken the pain to get to partner with Deloitte to ensure that we're able to do this professionally. They remain anonymous, and they've even gone a step further to ensure that they incentivize it for people. So you're not only just reporting, you are also getting paid for reporting an unwholesome practice.
You mean it? So yes. if I do some whistleblowing now, absolutely, you guys will pay me?
Yes. So, and let me explain to you how the payment is done.
Okay.
So if you report let's say your neighbor now, and by the way, it's important to emphasize that you're going to remain totally anonymous. So yes,
you're not going to be tracking my details.
No. So
to say it was your neighbor that reported you.
Exactly. Exactly, because somebody also raised it at that customer engagement. The person said, oh, you want me to report my neighbor, and then tomorrow your people come and say it was this person that gave us that information. And I said, no. That's why we're using a professional and internationally renowned body, which is Deloitte, to help us get this information. When you're sending an email, you send the email to expressyourself@ikejaelectric.com.
All right, so
I'll take that again.
Express yourself
at ikejaelectric.com. And guess what, Victor? When you send that email, even your email address still remains anonymous. So the recipient is not seeing who is sending. You only receive.
Right.
You just see whatever it is that you're saying. So, for instance, you're saying that this infraction is at number 10 Afolabi Street. Come there. Look, these are the things that you need to know. We get to see it. Now, if you're not interested in getting rewarded, which is what you were asking, okay, you can now provide certain information about yourself. But here is how it works. The moment let's say you give us a pointer, you say it's at number 10 Afolabi Street, and we go there and we find out that there's actually an infraction. Even before we get the customer is being billed LOR, or before we get the customer to pay for that.
What's the meaning of LOR?
Okay, loss of revenue, pardon me.
Okay.
Yes, before the customer is being penalized, okay? Once we have ascertained that there's actually an infraction in that place that you have escalated, okay, you're going to get 5% if it's a residential place. You're going to get 10% if it's a commercial place, okay, of the value of what was found. So, say for instance, we go to a place and we actually find the infraction, okay? So before we even get the customer to pay a penalty, we're not going to wait for the customer to pay the penalty before you're rewarded, okay? So we go there and we see that, okay, the value of what has been stolen over a period of, say, 3 months is about 1.2 million naira. Exactly. So we do 5%, depending on the nature of
if it's a residential
exactly, if it's a residential and whether it's a business place, okay? So you get 5 and 10% depending on the area that this infraction has been found.
All right.
And it has been found to be true. Mind you, there are cases where a customer escalates something and we go there and we see that, okay, nothing has been found. So in that case, of course, you cannot be rewarded. You can't be rewarded.
All right, then Lagos Traffic Radio, 96.1 FM, Ikeja Electric and You is the program. And today we're looking at things that a consumer should know under the Ikeja Electricity Distribution Company. We're going to take a short break right now. When we return, we'll try to expand the discourse beyond the studios to have your input as well. That will be on 080-99-120-777 and 091-5387-7127.
My brother, what is the problem with these NEPA people? They have disconnected my light again. There's nothing like NEPA again. It's Ikeja Electric. Did you connect illegally? I only called one electrician nearby to connect it for me. What? You and that electrician are joking with 21 years imprisonment. It's illegal to connect or reconnect yourself or carry out any form of activity on Ikeja Electric network. Doing so will not only cause damage, it can lead to electric shock and electrocution. 21 years imprisonment, electrocution, God forbid. Please, I'm going to contact Ikeja Electric right now for proper connection to stay alive peacefully with my family. If you want to connect or reconnect light, kindly contact Ikeja Electric's nearest office to you and also report any energy theft you notice around you through Ikeja Electric's customer care numbers 01-488-3900, 01-7000-250 and 0700-022-5543, or send an email to customercare@ikejaelectric.com. Ikeja Electric, bringing energy to life.
Hey, have you heard the good news about Ikeja Electric?
What is new this time?
Ikeja Electric has made payment of electricity bills a lot easier through multiple payment channels accessible anywhere, anytime. You can pay using bank mobile apps and websites, Ikeja Electric website, and through their payment agents as well. The payment channels are convenient, reliable, and secure.
Fantastic!
Please pay your bill to avoid disconnection and ensure you collect or print your receipt as evidence of payment. Do not give cash to any Ikeja Electric staff for bill settlement, reconnection fee, meter bypass, or any of the surcharges. For more information, visit www.ikejaelectric.com. You can also contact customer care on 01-700-250 and 01-2272-940, or send an email to customercare@ikejaelectric.com. Ikeja Electric, bringing energy to life.
Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Ikeja Electric and You is a program taking you through the Ogoloto and this morning. Busy movement from Aruno connecting areas like Agric. This is due to high influx and ongoing road rehabilitation at Agric. But it is now good inwards Antikeni, having allowed motorists ply the BRT corridor at Antikeni to bust out at Ogolonto. This is to ease the traffic pressure within that particular corridor. Ogolonto approaching Majidun to Orita J is looking very good. And then approaching Asolo as well is slow due to road rehabilitation. So we're back on the block. And Halimah, Shuaibu will see very much here with me. Halimah, just before we begin to take the calls, let's just do some more clarification so people can be rewarded for whistleblowing, you said? Between 5% and 10%.
Yes.
You want to expatiate on this a bit?
Yes. So, okay, for residential and like small businesses, offenders,
Right.
you get up to 10% on that. You get up to 10% of the reconnection fee paid by the non-MD customer. You also have 5% of reconnection fee paid by the maximum demand offender. So that's what you get. So whatever the maximum offender pays, the MD customer or commercial customer pays as part of the reconnection is what you're going to get 5% off. You're also going to get 10% of the reconnection fee paid by a residential offender.
Let's take this call because it's been holding on for quite a while. Hello there, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Victor.
Good morning.
Good morning, in the guest.
Good morning, sir.
This is Halimah.
Thank you.
Shuaibu. My name is Andrew.
Okay, Andrew, where are you calling from?
Yes. First and foremost, before I go to what I want to talk about,
Where are you calling from, Andrew?
I'm in Shuaibu area now.
Okay.
That's Halimah channel.
Okay.
I had to just park somewhere to make this call
All right.
because it's very important. Please, NEC, through NEC,
Mhm.
they said the discos should make people to register with their name, with the meter number and so on.
Mm.
What does that signify? Does it mean that you own it if you register with your name? And two, is that a KYC? Does that amount to KYC as we have in the bank and other places? That is number two.
Okay.
And three, if I have changed ownership from Mr. Victor, I bought a property from Mr. Victor, whose name has been with that property and then the meter. Now I've done ownership, changing it at the point of getting the prepaid meter. Can't the name be changed to my name? Because all the documents needed, to the extent that the lawyers, notary public, is 1 year they do stamping on those documents. You send it to Ikeja Electric. I'll be specific on Ikeja Electric. Nothing came to fall. It has not been changed. I just forgot about it. I said, what I just know is mine, is still mine. That is why I asked, that means you asked that we should use to register. Without it, one cannot load the token and the changing token you give to us. That is number 3. Then number 4.
Okay, so let me get it. Just a second. So, number 2 question is, you said, can it be used like KYC in the banks, right?
No, is it a KYC like in the bank?
Like in the banks, okay.
Because if you have your name, it's personalized to you, it's personalized to your account.
Right. Okay, so number 3 now, the third question.
She was talking about single view.
Right.
I've registered in single view with that same name as the owner. Nothing changed. It's still the former owner. You, Mr. Victor, the former owner that I bought it from, is still there.
Oh, okay.
On that meter.
All right. So number 3, the third question is
deceiving people with the obvious.
So number 3.
Call it.
So number 3.
Now, last week I had an issue. I was called by my wife that the light stripped off, and I now said, okay, I will try and get to know the number of units remaining. I was doubting the units must have finished because I bought it around January 26, 837 units. Between then and night, shouldn't have finished. So they say NEPA brought light, and 5 minutes later, it was stripping off. Another 2 minutes later, it was tripping up. I said they should put it on neutral. So I tried calling the undertaking. The person I called happened to have been transferred. So I now called Mrs. Halimah. She was not picking. I sent a text message. Please, can you help me with where I can go to online to check my units remaining to know if it is a unit so as to buy and then load.
Right.
She didn't respond, not until the next day. She now picked it. She now said it's a personal number.
Okay.
I said, who am I? This and that. We have access to God free. And you are telling me, questioning me, and you're a public figure. Even if I don't know your official number, you gave me your official number. It was not going either. You were not picking it.
Okay.
You called me. I picked it. I was not hearing anything. I now sent a message to you that is inefficiency to the detriment of the customer. I called customer service the day before. I was on hold for 21 minutes. Nobody answered me.
For customer service?
You see, you come to the studio, you do sugar-coated mouth. I'm not insulting you. I'm making a statement
right.
to the public. It's sugar-coated mouth.
Okay,
What
all right.
you're saying is not working.
All right, let's allow her.
Regulation.
Let's allow her to respond, Andrew.
You are supposed to pay me for 2 days for my lights not being on, 2,000 naira.
Okay, then. All right, we're taking note of that, Andrew. Thank you so much for your contribution. Now, that's why we have this program on, so that we can have a clearer understanding between Ikeja Electric and you as well. Okay, so Halimah, right. He's brought a barrage of questions.
Yes, so I have about 4 here.
Right.
The first one is
okay, you need to project to the microphone, maybe.
Okay, the first one is the purpose of the NIN linking the meter with the NIN for KYC. Yes, and more to yes to that, and there's more to that.
Okay.
So yes, because it's for KYC. Okay, and then also because at that time the reason for linking meter was because of course there was a need to upgrade meters. Okay, based on what was required, of course, globally to get all customers who use the 20-digit who load the 20-digit token type of meters to upgrade their meter. Of course, that was a global requirement to enable them enable them load their tokens. Okay, and so that had to be done. But of course, adding the
status of the meter doesn't change.
How do you mean status?
I mean, he says now that with the name now, it's supposed to be personalized to you, right?
Yes.
But you see, find out that the name on the meter doesn't change. Even
I'm coming to that. Okay. Because there are different questions here. So the first one is why the KYC, and the question is yes, of course, it's part of know your customer. Sorry, the NIN, and also the purpose at that time was for people to upgrade their meters. People who were using the smart type of meter, the 20-digit token type of meter. So also he said that do you now own it if you use the meter? If you use your NIN? Okay, so. If you go to that portal, you'll see that there is a place where if you're a property owner, so that when you move or you don't own that, you don't stay in that place again. I mean, your name is not connected to that meter. So we advise property owners to register with their own NIN. So you can register as many as you can once you click the option of a landlord. If you now click the option of a tenant, or you uncheck that box for the landlord, it means that you're using your name. Can you unlink it? Yes. So what that means is that, say for instance, if you're living on number 7 Afolabi Street, okay, and you later move to number 8 somewhere, maybe in Abule Egba now,
right.
You can unlink that one and of course use your NIN in another apartment where you now stay.
Okay.
So he also talked about the issue of changing of ownership, and that has not been updated on a single view because he has registered on single view.
Right.
Okay, so what you do is, if you, let's say you sell a property.
Quickly.
Okay, and you have a property somewhere and you have sold that property, you do all of the change of all the legal documents.
Right.
So once you do that, you also have to come to Ikeja Electric to ensure that you get all of this updated.
Okay, so he has to come there. Right, so quickly, the last one, which he says he calls you and you're not picking.
Okay,
and all of that.
so I can't remember this particular incident because a lot of people call me Victor. Okay. Even right now as I'm in the studio, my phone is ringing. So people call me all the time. So if you call me, what I'll ask you to do, or if I remember this particular incident, is to call the customer care. You shouldn't be calling me. You shouldn't be calling other people that work in Ikeja Electric. What you should do?
They are saying that. I mean, for him now, he says the customer care was not even responding for 21 minutes.
Yeah. So because a lot of people call this number, you can see even me. People call me too. Right. Just like on this program, a lot of calls are waiting.
Okay. So that means there should be a lot of response responses from the
Absolutely, and we try
customer
to do
care.
that. That's why we have different channels, Victor. You don't have to use only calling,
Okay.
and there are also other numbers to call, not only one number.
We have to go because of time constraints, really. Halimah, Shuaibu. So it's a thing of joy having you in the studios.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for being here. Next week, Monday, 9:15, we'll be back on the block with Ikeja Electric and you. But keep connecting with them with all their platforms. We have to go. The program has been produced by Mike James. I say a big thank you to our social media team as well, our Emission Care and others. Our executive producer is Tayo Akole. My name is Victor Oteri. Have a great day.